Jesus enters Jerusalem on a donkey, and as Christians we can often be guilty of assuming that Jesus knows what the outcome's going to be, but he's certain of the outcome of Good Friday. But actually, I think Jesus enters Jerusalem not knowing what the outcome is. You see, there's a chance, there's a really good chance that the temple authorities will catch what Jesus is all about, his teachings and the demonstration of his life, will catch the pattern of loss and renewal that Jesus speaks of and embodies. There's a chance that this will be caught, but also there's a chance that it won't be. So Jesus enters Jerusalem in the midst of this ambiguity, with the question marks still being spelled out, still being lived. But he enters with a real simplicity, and he enters with a real grace. This living with the question, with questions and not having answers to hand, is a key part of our gospel living and is what Jesus invites us into. It's a scary place to be because we love having answers. We know how it's all going to work out. But Jesus entering Jerusalem, the outcomes are not clear. For us at this moment with COVID-19, coronavirus, the outcomes are just not clear. It perhaps what makes everything really quite scary for people. And we're being forced to live with the questions, with not knowing. Last night on the TV, George Allegaya, the BBC News reporter, was speaking about his recent experience. For the last 6 years he's been living with cancer, and he's just recovered from COVID-19, a mild form of the virus. And he was speaking how living with cancer had trained his mind and the way he lives in being able to enter into situations not knowing the outcomes. This, he felt, had made him so much stronger as a person. And it's this capacity, being able to live life not knowing the outcomes, is what it means when Jesus says to follow him, we must follow the cross. It enables us to enter into situations with a grace and with a dignity and with a trust. Jesus enters Jerusalem with a dignity and a trust, riding on a donkey. And the entrance with all the people waving the palm branches, throwing their coats on the road, singing their hosannas, would seem to indicate that this for Jesus is going to end really well. That the outcome is going to be really good, that people are catching his teaching and his message. But we know that that's not how it all ended. So entering into Holy Week, let us pray that God would help us to have the courage to look the questions directly in the eye, to not be afraid, to be okay with not having the answers, and to trust that he walks with us and he holds us, and he is the one in whom everything has been brought into being, and nothing will ever drop to the ground without his knowledge.